Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1 Phathead, Cande Roth. Beautiful today, 68 sunny. Looks like yesterday, but tomorrow, your Thursday, a lot of rain, including what could postpone Game 2 of the Yankees tomorrow night. Yeah, so we'll see. Cande, I've been thinking, now I have stories to get to. We previewed it earlier, some fun content for you, but I've been thinking about this. You're still in quarantine from the Broadway show that you saw Saturday. Your son won't let you come see the baby for another few days. How's it feel? What's going on over there?
I'm really not addressing it because I had no plans to go yet. I usually want to go once a week and usually a Thursday or a Friday. So today's Wednesday. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting in tomorrow. I don't know. I'll have to call. I'll have to call him, the general, and see what he tells me.
What's his deal? What doesn't he go to work? What's going on with him?
He works from home.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't gone back to the office since this baby is born.
But didn't you tell me, like, you were alluding off the air, you were alluding to the fact that he's running around or he's doing stuff? What?
No.
You were telling me something, and I'm like, what? Wait, hold on. Save it for the radio. What?
Well, no, her father, not Maeve's father.
So
Jackie's father went to a wedding in Oklahoma.
Right.
Then he had a business trip in Chicago, so of course he was banished from Chalet Maeve. And so now he's back, and they were talking to him, and Jackie's like, Dad, you got to take a PCR if you want to come over and see Maeve. And her mother's like, seriously, Jackie, seriously? And they're like, yeah, serious.
Good. You know what?
I'm not
Good
the
for
only
them.
one. I'm not the only one that they're, singling out.
And it's okay because good for them. They want to keep everyone safe.
Kid. It's their rules. Right. I will obey because I want to see that baby.
Cande, let's change topics to something I know quite a bit about. Hottest bald man in the world.
Oh, I know quite about that too.
Yes. So there is this company that looked at a bunch of different factors, equations that measure facial beauty, perfection, and took into account cranial shine factor. True, not kidding. Cranial shine factor. And anyway, they put all these things into a hopper, and they came out with the world's hottest bald man. And the winner of that is Vin Diesel.
See, I don't find him attractive, and it's not because he's bald. I don't like his face.
I don't. So if I'm picking, all kidding aside, because we know who the hottest bald man in the room is, Cande.
At this moment, yes, we do.
Yeah, at this moment, when your loved one is not in the room.
No.
Of course. But looking at this list, let's go through it 10-1 because I agree with you. I can't imagine Vin Diesel's one. As a matter of fact,
it has nothing to do with the fact that he's bald.
Right. There's a couple of people on here that I think should beat him. All right. Number 10 is Mike Tyson, hottest bald man.
I'm not attracted to him.
Number 9 is The Rock. The Rock is a prettier human being than Vin Diesel.
Much.
Yes. All right, number 8 is Joe Rogan. Now, here's the thing. Whether Joe Rogan is very polarizing, but whether you like his show or not, put that aside, Joe Rogan's head is pretty nice, Cande.
It is pretty nice.
You know?
As heads go.
As far as heads go, Joe Rogan's head is pretty nice. Bruce Willis is number 7, hottest bald man. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, he's still looking good. Absolutely.
All right. I would move this guy way up the list, and he could be closer to number 1. Jason Statham is number 6.
Now, who is that?
Oh, come on. He was in, you're going to make me name the movies. He was in, I know him from The Italian Job, but he's been in a ton of action films. Do you want me to look up the names? Hold on.
No.
Hold on, Jason.
I'm not sure who he is. I'm sorry.
Should I send you a picture of him?
I have no visual of him.
Let me. Oh God. Okay. Hold on.
Move on.
No, because he's been in.
And what number is he on this list?
Yeah, number 6. The Expendables, Fast and the Furious, A whole, like, I know him from the
All right.
Italian Job. I haven't
All
seen most of
right.
those other movies.
So you
but
agree
anyway.
he's got a good head?
Yes, he's got a good head. They put Prince William at number 5.
Well, he's a nice-looking man.
Yeah, but he's not bald. He's balding.
Come on.
There's a difference.
Really?
Yeah,
No, this isn't just for shaved heads. Not every bald person shaves their
no.
head.
This is. Listen to me. There's a difference, and people who have no hair know what I'm talking about. There's balding, and there's bald. Prince William is balding. That's what I think.
See, I would say Prince Harry is balding. William is bald.
Is he? Does he have a shaved head?
He does not have a shaved head, but really, there's very little on top, if much at all. Okay.
All right. We're going to roll through this. Pitbull is number 4.
I love Pitbull.
Shamar Moore, very attractive, number 3.
Oh, very.
Stanley Tucci is number 2.
Oh, now here's one missing. The guy from SUV. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Chris Maloney, is that his name?
Yeah, Law and Order SVU.
He's hot.
Yeah. Doesn't he? Oh, yeah, and he's shaved his head. Yes, he did. You're right. And Vin Diesel's number 1. I agree. Vin Diesel should not be.
Take him off that list.
Should not be. Should not be number 1. Okay, so I promised you another story. Let me find it. Just give me a second. I gotta scroll down to it because this is gonna. Everyone's going to have an opinion on this. Every single person that is old enough to drive will have an opinion.
Oh, boy.
All right. So cars have had, you don't realize this, but they've had something in them. It's called a governor. They've had it for a long time. These are the things that stop a car from going over a certain speed. Now, it's in cars right now, it's very high. Some cars are 120, 130, 150. But there's these things called governors that will stop cars from going past a certain speed. So they're talking now, car makers and politicians, about using GPS to pinpoint where you are, will check the speed limit, and a new feature that could go in cars that would prevent you from driving over the speed limit. Think about this for a second. While it might sound like a great idea, maybe we cut down on accidents, let me tell you something. You know how hard it is to drive the speed limit. Speed limits aren't true numbers. They need to be higher to begin with. Do you follow what I'm saying?
I do follow what you're saying.
So New York City is testing this out with 50 government vehicles. And if you hit the speed limit, an alarm goes off, or the accelerator just cuts out until you slow down to the actual speed limit. And it comes with an override button that lets you speed. I mean, this is crazy. You have to hit a button that'll let you speed for 15 seconds in case you need to merge to get into traffic.
All right, this is really becoming too much.
Sounds absurd.
Absurd. And now, I would think that would cause more accidents.
Not only that, the NTSB isn't trying to force it into car companies right now, but they want the government to start incentivizing people with things like tax breaks to get them into cars someday where cars will not be able to go over the speed limit. And Cande, this is going to be quite the debate because you just can't. It's not feasible. You can't drive like that, right?
Now, I wish there were something in cars that everybody's going about the same speed. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the one guy, the one wise guy that's coming up on the right at like 85 miles an hour and then cutting in and out of traffic. I wish there was a way to monitor those kind of people and, cut their engine.
I completely agree. That's the problem because a couple of bad apples will spoil the bunch, right?
Totally.
And while I think in theory, if you take aside the fact that we all have to actually drive these cars, and in theory you say, no car can go over the speed limit, wow, that would probably keep things a lot safer. Sure, sounds brilliant, but it will cause so much trouble. Like we said, you got to hit an override button to merge into traffic so you can speed for 10 seconds to get into traffic, and it's going to cause so much stress. People trying to get where they need to go.
It's a very bad idea. Work on something that can eliminate really careless drivers. Let's try that first, shall we?
Yeah, I would love to.
I've been driving.
Do that.
Casey and Jackie live about 45 minutes away from me. So I've been driving a lot to go see Maeve, and I'm telling you, there are nuts on that. Nuts.
There are.
Nuts on the road.
Well, back to something I mentioned earlier this hour, taking the ferry back and forth to Mohegan and how beautiful it was, and we love being out there on the water. But the biggest thing to me is the stress of the biggest U-turn in America, and that is going from Suffolk County, Long Island, around through the city onto I-95 in Connecticut, all the way out to the eastern part of Connecticut. It is the worst U-turn in the history of America, Cande, and that I-95, when you go from New York through New York to Stamford, to into Connecticut, into New Haven, it is so dangerous. That road, it causes me so much stress. It's worth any amount of money to take the ferry across the water.
I think that's lovely. Maybe we should just ferry everywhere we go.
We should. And by the way, that's, I said this while sipping Starbucks on my balcony on my cruise this summer. I said this to my father-in-law. I said, we could solve the world's problems. When people are on a ship, they're happy. We could end all wars, all politic issues, everything, if we just put everyone on cruise ships, Kim.
Honey, not everybody loves cruise ships.
No,
like you do.
but we could force them.
I'm going to feel like you put me in prison. What are you talking about?
We will force everyone to like being on the water, and we will solve the world's problems. Okay. All right, less than 20 minutes to your bald and the beautiful entertainment. Everything from Nashville to Hollywood. Beautiful today, 68 and sunny. Tomorrow, rain all day. For your Thursday, we hit the roads. My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.